Welcome back, everyone. We are witnessing the Super Division match of OGPL Season 4 in Bijoy's ground, Bataya, playing between Intertek All Stars versus KSB Sky WALKERS. दोनों तो ये वाला नजदीक आके बोलना है. Intertek All Stars have won the toss and opted to bat first. That's the first ball, and that's a wide delivery given by the umpire. The first run coming up on the board in the form of extra. Rahul Sukumaran on strike. A good line delivery there onto the pads, flicked it up. Just a single here. That's a quick single taken by Rahul Sukumaran. And on the other side, Mr. Anish, who is yet to open his account. The one who is taking, who is bowling is Sayuj. Let me again remind you, this is a match between Intertek AA Stars. Versus KSB Sky WALKERS. A shot of a good line delivery there. Try to play towards the point region. There's a fielder guarding that area. There's no run added to the score. The score 2 on the board. One from the bat and one from a wide. Once again, a played and a miss. The ball goes to the keeper, but there's a wide given by the umpire. One more extra run added to the score. The score moving on to 3. A good line delivery played over the cover. There was a fielder, short cover fielder, trying to man that area. By the time the fielder picks up the ball and throws back to the bowler, the batsman takes 2 runs. With these 2 runs, the score moves on to 5. Next delivery played, takes an outside edge going towards the third man region. The fielder going behind the ball, picks it up, throws it back to the keeper. Meanwhile, the batsman takes a single. A full line delivery played it towards the mid-on area. The fielder there picks it up, throws it back. The non-striker batsman wanted a single, but rightly sent back by the batsman. It could have cost them a wicket here. So, in the first over, first 5 legal deliveries have been balled, 6 runs on the board. Played it towards the cover area. The fielder picks it up, throws it back. A slight fumble, due to which 1 run has been taken. So 1 over, 7 for no loss. OGPL Season 4, a Super Division match going on. Intertek has opted to bat. In the first over, they have scored 7 without any wicket. The next bowler, Nitin Yelmente. Nitin Yelmente coming over the wicket, right arm, fast bowler. There's a change in field, pushing the third man fielder back. He is a deep third man, deep fine leg. The first ball onto his pads, flicked it away towards the square leg area. The fielder running behind the ball has to see if no, that's cut by the ball by the fielder. Meanwhile, they take 2 runs. Rahul Sukumaran batting on 4. Anish batting on 3. That's a good line delivery. Tried to play it onto the onside. Has to see what the umpire's call is. Does it take an inside edge? No, it's a bye given by the umpire. That's an extra run added to the total. A good line delivery played up in the air, going towards the leg side. The fielder coming underneath it. That's a boundary. That's the first boundary coming up for Team Intertek. That's a clear intent shown by the batsman. He has come here to do some scoring. So 1.3 overs, 14 is the score. That's the first boundary coming from the bat of Anish. The side has been changed, coming around the wicket. That's a good line delivery. Tried to play it onto the onside, misses it completely, goes to the keeper. That's a dot delivery. Coming down the track, wants to hit it straight, but misses it completely here. Once again, the ball goes in the hands of the keeper. No run added there. A good comeback by the bowler after being hit for a 4. Meanwhile, Anish shows his intent. Wants to do some scoring. Once again, a good line delivery. Just takes and cut there. And that's gone for a 4 between point and gully. That's the second boundary coming off this over. And the score moves on to 18 after the end of 2 overs. Intertek Stars, All Stars, batting first, showing some intent here. They want some score under the belt after the end of 2 overs. 18 for the loss of no wicket. Sayuj coming back into the attack. His ball 1 over, giving away just 7 runs. That's tried to play, takes an outside edge, goes straight to the fielder at the short third man. No run there. Coming down the track, wants to play it on the onside. That's a good bowling there. That's a nice line and length. Onto the pads, cramped for room. Wanted to play on the onside, but takes it on his pad. No run added to the score here. Two dot deliveries back to back. Once again, tried to play onto the onside, misses it completely, goes straight to the keeper. Bowled him. That's the wicket here. That's the first wicket, bites the dust. You miss, I hit. That's the way. It's a huge. He cramped for room from the ball number one in the second over. Three dot deliveries, and then coming up with a brilliant ball, almost a yorker, straight to the stumps. That's a wicket number one. End of 2.4 overs, 18 for 1. Sayuj, you beauty. Water bowling in the second over, not giving room for the batsman. The new batsman, Umar Saeed, a good line delivery there, tried to play it onto the offside between the point and gully. The fielder does it well to cut it off. Batsman wanted a single but denied by the non-striker. So the score still extra runs added to the total. That was brilliant over so far, except for the last delivery. That's one extra. Beg your pardon, two extras. Good line delivery onto the off, straight to the fielder in the covers. Wanted a single but sent it back rightly by the non-striker. No run there. So end of 3 overs, 20 for the loss of 1 wicket. A good comeback by the bowling team. Third over, giving away just 2 runs and 1 wicket here. The next bowler, Zaheen Nihal, who is playing his 19th match with 12 wickets under his belt. Right arm medium pace bowler, ready on his mark over the wicket. That's a Yorker and delivery. Just opened the face of the bat, went towards the deep third man for a single. Beg your pardon, it was a bye. Umar Saeed yet to open his account. It was away from the batsman. Tried to play it on the offside. Misses it completely. Goes straight to the keeper. That's a dot delivery. Onto the leg side. Try to flick it over, but misses it completely. That's a wide here. That's an extra added to the total. Zaheen Nihal is the bowler. Good line delivery there. Played towards the mid off fielder. Not collecting it cleanly. Meanwhile, the batsman takes a quick single here. 23 for the loss of one wicket. Once again, open the face of the bat, played towards the gully area, and that's gone for a four. What a shot there. Seemed like just opening the face of the bat. Once again, played towards the gully area. There was a slight misfield. By the time the fielder picks it up and throws the ball back to the bowler, the batsmen take a single. The score moving on to 28 for 1, going at a run rate of 7.3. Once again onto his pads, try to play it on the onside. The bowler goes quickly and picks it up. The last delivery of this over is a dot delivery. So end of 4 overs, 28 for the loss of one wicket. That's brilliant batting here. What a shot. What a shot onto the offside. Just opening the face of the bat. Pure timing here. Elegant batting. Umar Saeed showing some class. Two boundaries coming up from his bat. The score quickly moves on to 32 for the loss of one wicket. 4.1 ओवर के बाद 32 रन, 1 विकेट के नुकसान पे। Onto the pads here. That's a wide given by the umpire. One more extra run added to the total. Good run delivery. Tried to play it towards the onside. There's no run here. That's a dot delivery coming up. Played it. Elegant shot towards the cover. Slight misfield by the fielder there. Meanwhile, they take a quick single, 1 run. Elegant shot. Good stride forward. Head in line. Straight bat towards the covers. That's a quick single here. There could be a chance of a run out, but by the time the fielder picks it up, they take a single quickly. So the score 35 for 1 in 4.4 overs. Once again onto his pads, try to play it towards the mid-on area. There is a fielder manning that area. No run here. Sayuj in his third over, last ball of this over, last legal delivery. India 77 for 6. Once again, played towards the point area, picked it up. There is a no run here. So end of 5 overs, 35 for 1. सेवेंटी सेवन फॉर सिक्स हार्दिक पांड्या भी गए 5 रन पे रिंकू 6 रन खाली अभी एक coming down the track, want to play it onto the onside, takes it onto his pad. There was a slight appeal from the bowler, but umpire has no answer to it. Zaheen Nihal ready on his second delivery. Right. That's a full on delivery onto his pads. Have to see whether it's coming from the bat or pad. It's a leg by given by the umpire. That one extra run added to the total. Intertek All Stars batting first, going at a run rate of 6.73. Again onto the pads, wanted to play onto the leg side, misses it completely. There's no run here. They wanted a single, but denied by the non-striker. That's a good delivery here. Cramping for room onto his pads, onto his body. Played it towards the short cover region. No run. There's the last delivery of the power play. Try to play it onto the onside. The mid outfielder cutting it off. Just a single here after the end of 6 overs. 38 for the loss of 1 wicket. Yard circle. Onto the leg side, try to play it, but takes it onto his pad. That's leg by signal by the umpire. One more extra run added to the total. 39 for 1. The bowling seems to be top class so far, not giving any room, not giving any extras. Once again onto his pads, flicked it towards the fine leg area. Has to see, is it a leg by? Yes, it's again a leg by. There is one more extra added on to the total. Once again on towards the leg side. That's a wide given by the umpire. So one more run added to the total. I was just saying the bowling is immaculate so far. There is an appeal for caught behind, but now denied by the umpire. There's no signal, so it's a dot delivery. coming down the track, wants to play it on the onside but takes an edge, goes towards the point region. The fielder picks it up and throws it back. One more run added to the total. With this, Umar Saeed moves on to 10. Rahul Sukumaran on 9 and Umar Saeed on 10. Played it on towards the cover area. Elegant shot here, but there is a man guarding that area. Just a single. Team ntertek All Stars batting on 43 for 1 in 6.5 overs, going at a run rate of 6.29. Onto the leg, that's a big appeal, but umpire says going down the leg. That's one more run added to the total. New bowler Prasad Nemade, slow left arm orthodox bowler, coming around the wicket. The first delivery, left arm orthodox, goes for a wide here, down the leg side. A good line delivery, played towards the point area. The fielder coming underneath it, picks it up, throws it back to the bowler. One run added to the total, one run added to the individual. Prasad Nemade, the new bowler, left arm coming around the wicket. Once again, a good line delivery here, played towards the long on area. A good fielding. The ball picked up and throws back, just a single. Full line delivery on the offside. That's a wide given by the umpire. A little wayward delivery here. Once again, a good line delivery played towards the long off area. What a shot here by the batsman. By the time the fielder picks it up and throws, there's the 2 run added. Umar Saeed showing some class here. All his shots coming with the straight bat. A good line delivery once again played towards the long on area. The fielder picks it up, throws it back to the bowler. Meanwhile, one more run added to the total. A lower full toss, tried to play it on the onside, but straight plays it back straight to the bowler. No run here. Good bowling. Prasad Nemde in his first over, giving away just 7 runs. The last legal delivery, ready on his mark, around the wicket, crosses the umpire, and pitch delivery here, played towards the long off area. By the time the fielder picks it up, throws it back, 2 quick runs here. That's a good running between the wicket by both the batsmen, Umar Saeed and Rahul Sukumaran. So at the end of 8 overs, 52 for 1, going at a run rate of 6.5. Suvish Sukumaran is the new bowler. Right arm, tried to play, miss it completely, go straight to the keeper. No run here. Suvish Sukumaran ready with his second delivery, coming over the wicket, crossing the umpire. A full toss delivery, slower full toss, played it towards the cover area. The bowler running behind the ball picks it up. One more run added to the score. Suvish Sukumaran bowling to Rahul Sukumaran. Once again, played it towards the point and gully area. Good bowling, good batting there by Sukumaran, and that's a boundary. That's the first boundary coming up from the bat of Rahul Sukumaran. 16 of 24 deliveries faced. 8.3 ओवर के बाद 57 रन, 1 विकेट के नुकसान पे राहुल सुकुमारन खेल रहे हैं 16 रन पे। 24 गेंदों का सामना किया है और 1 चौके के साथ। उमर सईद 16 रन 17 गेंदों का सामना करते हुए 2 चौकों के बदौलत। सुवीश सुकुमारन अपने पहले ओवर में 3 गेंद में 5 रन देते हुए। Coming down the track, wants to play on the onside, but that's a wide given by the umpire. One more extra run added to the total. Once again onto the leg side, wanted to play it. He takes an leading edge, goes towards the gully region. The fielder coming underneath it tries to take it with one hand. Got the tip of the fingers, but one chance for Rahul Sukumaran here. So a chance goes begging. The first chance for Rahul Sukumaran. Plays it towards the long on area. There is a fielder there. By the time, no, that's a 4. That's a good shot by Umar Saeed. That's his third boundary. 20 runs of 18 deliveries. Tries to place it onto the offside, misses it completely, goes straight to the keeper. So it's a dot delivery to end the over. That's a good over for Team Intertek All Stars. 11 runs coming off this over. 63 for 1 in 9 overs. Played towards the long off area by Rahul Sukumaran, and that's a single here. Zaheen Nihal coming into the attack for his on his third over. Good 2 overs so far, giving away just 10 runs in his 2.1 over. Played it straight towards the mid off area. There's a fielder guarding that area. No run there. Zaheen Nihal ready on his mark for his third delivery of his third over. A full line delivery there. Played towards the cover. The fielder coming underneath it, picks it up, throws it back. Just a single here. So 9.3 overs, 65 for 1. Try to play on the offside. There was a good line delivery, a waist height. Missed it completely by Rahul Sukumaran. And the ball sailing into the hands of wicketkeeper. No run there. 2.4 overs, 11 run. Good bowling display by Zaheen Nihal. Coming down the track, wants to play it onto the onside, straight to the bowler. No run here. Rahul Sukumaran missing the trick here. 28 deliveries faced so far. 18 runs on the board with one boundary. They need to shift the gaze if they have to score big. Once again coming down the track, playing towards the mid-off area. The fielder picks it up. A slight fumble, but just a single here. So the end of 10 overs, the first half of the innings, 66 on the board, going at a run rate of 6.6. There's a change of end here. The new bowler, Prabhakar Vishwanathan, right arm medium pace bowler, ready for his first delivery of the 11th over. That's a wide signal. That's a wayward ball here. And on strike, it is Rahul Sukumaran. Try to play towards the point region for a single. That's a shot of a Goodland delivery. Played it up and high over the long on fielder for a 6. That's the first maximum coming up from the bat of Umar Saeed and of this inning here. That's a handsome looking shot. Gone for a 6. With this 6, the score moves on to 74 for the loss of 1 wicket. Once again, try to play it onto the onside. That's a boundary. That's a flick of a wrist onto the leg side. Ball running towards the boundary, and that's a 4. That's the third boundary coming off the bat of Umar Saeed in this over. Once again on the leg side, that's a wide given by the umpire. The one more run added to the total. That's some wayward bowling here. Coming around the wicket. Once again played towards the mid wicket. And once again, that's a boundary. This over seems to be a good over for team Intertech All Stars. Once again, hit it handsomely over the head of the long on fielder for a 6. A huge over coming to an end. 1 over, 28 runs has been scored by Team Intertek, and bulk of the scoring done by Umar Saeed with his batting on 45, facing 26 deliveries, 6 fours, and 2 maximum. Nitin Yelmante comes back. The boundary. That's a boundary coming up from the bat of Rahul Sukumaran. Suddenly the score moves on to 98 in just 11.1 over, going at a run rate of 8.78. The last over conceding 28 runs. In last 7 deliveries, 32 runs have been scored. Once again, a full toss, lower full toss, just played it towards the bowler. The bowler picks it up, but the batsman quickly takes a single. So with this single, 99 on board. A full length delivery here. Once again played it towards the long off area. Up and high. That's a 4 runs here. Piercing the fielders, both the fielders onto the offside. That's a boundary. Umar Saeed making his presence felt here. Batting on 49, facing just 27 deliveries. A good Yorker delivery here. Just blocked it back to the bowler. No run. A full length delivery played onto the onside with this single. That brings up 50 for Umar Saeed, facing only 29 deliveries with 7 fours and 2 maximums. Here comes the last delivery of the over onto the offside. That's a wide given by the umpire. One more run added to the total. Good leave by the batsman here. A full length delivery played towards the cow corner region, and that's a boundary to end the over. That's a good line delivery here, played onto the onside. That's again a boundary. Plays it onto the onside towards the long on fielder. They take a single here. Plays it onto the onside. The fielder coming underneath it. Couldn't control. That's a boundary. That's a boundary coming up from the bat of Rahul Sukumaran. .4 overs, 124. Current run rate of 9.79. Good comeback by Team ntertek All Stars. Once again onto the leg side. Played it towards the deep mid-wicket fielder. By the time the fielder picks it up, throws it back. One more run added to the total. A shot of a good line delivery played towards the point region. Deep point fielder could not cut it through. That's a boundary. One more boundary in the kitty of Umar Saeed. That's the ninth boundary. Batting on 65 of just 33 deliveries. 129 on the board after the end of 13 overs. Shorter delivery onto the leg side, played it towards the square leg area. That's a boundary again. Sukumaran, Rahul Sukumaran coming into the party. Now on his 38 runs of 36 deliveries. A slow start, but now creeping up, matching up to the pace of Umar Saeed. And that's a wicket here. Wicket of Rahul Sukumaran. You miss, I hit. That's bold. Prasad Nemade gets the wicket of Rahul Sukumaran. That's 133 for 2. That's the second wicket coming in the over number 14. gone for the six again. Yes. Short, man. End of 14 overs, 146 for 2. A full line delivery played towards the cover. The fielder cutting it off, throws it back. Just a single here. Umar Saeed batting on 66. He's still on the crease, on strike. If he is there, he could definitely make a difference. A good line delivery played towards the long off area. There is a mid off fielder. A long on fielder coming underneath it, picks it up, throws it back. Meanwhile, the batsmen take 2 runs. 2 more runs added to the total. For the first time, they have crossed 10 and run rate, going at a run rate of 10.4. A full line delivery once again plays toward the long on area. The fielder is guarding, picks it up, throws it back to the bowler. Just a single. Zaheen Nihal is completing his quota of 4 overs. The fourth over in progress. That's on top edge. Going towards the fine leg. Is it a boundary? Is it a six? No, it's a boundary. That's coming from the bat of Libin Raj. Zaheen Nihal ready on his fifth delivery. A full on delivery played towards the mid wicket region. The fielder picks it up, throws it back to the bowler, and one more run added to the total. 14.5 overs, 155 on the board. A Yorker delivery played towards the mid wicket region. The long on fielder coming underneath it, trying to. Excellent batting display by both the batsmen so far. Current partnership of 24, facing just 10 deliveries. Umar Saeed batting on 71 and Libin Raj batting on 12. Sayuj comes to finish his quota of 4 overs. He was brilliant in his bowling. A full delivery played over the covers. That's a boundary. Libin Raj dealing with boundaries here. That's the third boundary coming up from his bat. 16 in 7 deliveries so far. Before this over, Sayuj had given only 16 runs in his 3 overs and had taken 1 wicket. Will he be able to contain runs? We have to wait and watch. A good length delivery here, played towards the short cover. The bowler cuts it off. There's no run here. So rare dot delivery coming up. So Sayuj ready to bowl his third delivery of his last over. A slower delivery here, played towards the mid-off area. The fielder coming underneath it picks it up. Meanwhile, the batsman takes an easy single here. With this single, Libin moves on to 17. Once again, fuller length delivery played between the point and gully fielder going to the boundary, and that's a boundary for Umar Saeed. The boundary number 10. He is playing a gem of an inning here. 75 of 38 deliveries. Once again, a full length delivery, just nudged it onto the leg side, square leg area. The fielder picks it up, throws it back to the keeper. Meanwhile, the batsman takes a single, moving on to 76, an individual score of Umar Saeed. Saeed to ball his last legal delivery of his quota. A good length delivery played on a miss. Goes straight to the keeper. No run there. So Saeed and his 4 overs quota for giving away 26 runs with 1 wicket. A good bowling display under the circumstances of the current run rate of 10.55. So the last 4 overs remaining. It's interesting to see how Intertek would take from here on. They have wickets in hand. Left arm bowler Prasad Nimade. The batsman tries to place it towards the third man area, but there is a fielder there. No run here. A slower delivery in, try to play, takes an outside edge, just past the fielder of the third man, going towards the boundary. Will that be a boundary? No, that's a good fielding and throws back to the keeper. Meanwhile, the batsmen take 2 runs. Big swing here, but misses it completely onto his pads. No run here. He's slower in the air, more deceptive, inviting the batsman to play hard. Once again, a good length delivery. Tries to play, takes an outside edge to the third man fielder. No run here. Good bowling by Prasad Nimade so far. And his 4 deliveries giving away just 2 runs. With the context of the game here, that's a great bowling display. Once again, a slower onto the offside, plays towards the point, an extra point fielder, just a single, and he rotates the strike, gives to Umar Saeed, who is doing the bulk of the scoring so far, batting on 78. A good length, a fuller length delivery played towards the offside, and that's a boundary, yes. Umar Saeed, boundary number 11. You beauty. What a game here. What a gem of an innings here. Umar Saeed batting on 82 of 44 deliveries. मेरे हिसाब से अभी लिव इन मार रहे हैं, अभी लिव इन मारा तो वो लोग उसका डाल दिया। इसके पहले सिंगल नहीं था, डॉट था, तो सिंगल डाल दिया, स्ट्राइक चेंज कर दिया बैटिंग में उम्र ही है ना, बैटिंग पे उम्र है ना, तो ठीक। Suvi Sukumaran comes into attack, and the first ball, that's a huge 6. With this, with this 6, Umar Saeed moves on to 85. Can we witness a century here? Just 15 runs required. 17 more deliveries, legal deliveries in this inning. A good line delivery once again played towards the long off area. The fielder cutting it through. Throws it back to the bowler. Just a single here. Left arm. That's a wide signal by the umpire. One more extra run added to the total. Suvi Sukumaran being a bit expensive so far. 2.1 over 37 runs. Beg your pardon, 2.2, 39 runs, and once again plays it towards the long on. What a shot here. What a pickup shot by Libin. In the slot, plays it up and above the long on fielder for a huge six. That's a six number one for Libin. The score moves on to 188 in 17.3 overs. 2.3 overs for Suvish, giving away 45 runs with an economy of 18. A shot of a good line delivery once again played. The fielder coming underneath it. No. That's gone again for a six. That's two back to back maximums coming from the bat of Libin Raj. They are enjoying the crease here, dealing only with the boundaries. Current partnership of 61 in 26 deliveries. Played it towards the mid wicket area for a single. So rotating the strike to Umar Saeed, the last delivery of his third over. A shot of a good line delivery played again onto the long on area. That's a maximum. That's the third maximum of this over. Suvi Sukumaran being bit expensive. 18.3 overs and 206 for 2. What an inning here. Coming down the track, that's an wicket. Yes, there is umpire calling for a third umpire here, but seems to be very close. The batsman was out of the crease, coming down the track, wanted to hit it up and above, misses it completely, goes to the keeper. Keeper doesn't make any mistake, takes the bells out, but we have to wait and watch. Yes, is falling short of the crease. That's the wicket number 3 going in the name of Libin Raj. That's out given by the third umpire. Batsman falling a little short of the crease. Good keeping by the keeper, taking the bells out on time. With this, that the third wicket. Libin played literally well with 2 sixes and 4 boundaries, 37 of 17 deliveries. Mubashir Mukaddam comes into the attack on the crease here after the wicket of Libin. A shot of a good delivery, wanted to play on the onside, takes an edge and goes towards the point region. The fielder picks it up, throws it back to the keeper. One more run added to the score. Now Umar Saeed, who is batting brilliantly on 93, want to take maximum of strikes with just 8 legal deliveries remaining. A Yorker delivery there, played towards the cover region. The fielder coming underneath it wants to cut it off but misses it completely. Goes for a 4. That's a boundary number 11 for Umar Saeed, taking his run to 97. Once again, played it towards the long off area. Will that be a 4? Yes. And with this 4, Umar Saeed completes his century in just 50 deliveries here. 101 of 50 deliveries. What a knock. What a knock. What a player. 12 boundaries with 6 sixes. Umar Saeed. Amazing inning here. With this boundary, the team score moves on to 216. Last over in progress. Down the leg side, missed by the keeper. Wide signal, wide plus 1 run. 2 more runs added to the score. 218 for the loss of 3 wickets. That's a swing and a miss here. There's no run. Straight to the keeper. Umar Saeed wants the strike. Wanted a single, but no run. Nitin Yelmante in his fourth over. Swing and a miss. Straight to the keeper. Once again a dot delivery. Umar Saeed wants the strike. The last three deliveries here. Let's see how many more runs can be added to the total. A full toss delivery played towards the cover region. The fielder picks it up. No, there's a misfield there. But the batsman just takes a single. And Umar Saeed wants the last two deliveries to be faced. He knows he can make the good use of these two deliveries. A good ball here, played towards the long on region. The fielder picks it up, throws it back to the bowler. Is that a run out? We have to wait and watch. No, the 2 runs has been taken here. So the last delivery of this inning. Double Nelson, 2-2-2. A shot of the good length. Tried to play on the onside, miss it completely, go straight to the keeper. That's the end of the innings. 222 on the board. That's a good score by Intertech AAA All Stars. We'll be back soon with the second innings, a chase. Welcome back to the second innings of OGPL Season 4. Skywalkers require 223 runs. First delivery onto the pads, and that's the first wicket here. The wicket gone of Sivanand BS. First wicket onto the pads. Ashraf Chipa, the bowler. What a start for the team here. Sivanand goes without hurting the scorer. 0 for the first delivery of this second inning here. A dream start for the team, taking the first wicket on the first delivery of the over. Team KSB Sky WALKERS require 223 runs in their allotted 20 overs. They had to go from ball number 1, but misjudged the ball completely, taking it on its pad, and the first wicket falls. So Ashraf Chipa starting his over, the first delivery, getting a wicket. Suvish Sukumaran comes into the attack, right hand batsman. Ashraf Chipa ready to bowl his second over, right arm, slow medium bowler. A full and length delivery here, straight to the bowler, could not collect it cleanly. The ball moves on to mid off. Meanwhile, the first run coming up on the board from the bat of Suvish Sukumaran, 1 for 1 in 0.2 overs. A good delivery here, played straight back to the bowler, no run here. Syed Fahad, who is on strike. Once again on towards the pad, played straight to the short mid wicket fielder. No run there. A good start so far. 4 deliveries, just 1 run and a wicket. A good line delivery here onto the pads, try to play on the onside, takes the leading edge, goes towards the point fielder. 1 run here. The score 2 for 1. Next ball onto the leg, played it towards the mid wicket. That's a huge 6 coming up from the bat of Suvish Sukumaran. What a shot here. That's a good start for Suvish. 1 over, 8 for 1. Next bowler, Libin Raj, comes into attack. He's a right arm medium fast bowler coming over the wicket. A good line delivery onto his offside, played towards the short cover region for a single. Syed Fahad giving the strike to Suvi Sukumaran, who hit a huge six on the last delivery of the first over. Once again onto the off, played towards the point region. There was a slight confusion between both the batsmen. Wanted to take a single, send off by the non-striker. Rightly, though, there was no run here. Played it towards the offside, just misfield by the fielder. That's a single. And Libin Raj, in his first over, 3 deliveries ball so far, giving away just 2 runs. A good line delivery onto the pads, played towards the onside, mid-on, fielder coming underneath it, picks it up and throws it back to the bowler. Meanwhile, they take 1 run. Plays it towards the mid-wicket boundary. That's a boundary coming up from the bat of Suvish. That's the first boundary. Suvish Sukumaran, while bowling, he was a bit expensive. He is coming into bat, showing some aggression here. Want to score some runs. So 12 so far with just 5 deliveries faced, 1 boundary and a 1 maximum. Onto the bats here. Tried to play it down the ground, straight to the bowler. No run here. So end of 2 overs, 15 for 1. Ashraf Chippa comes back. The first delivery. A dotted delivery. The second delivery wanted to play it over the long off fielder, but misses it completely. Goes straight to the keeper's hand. No run there. Once again, played it onto the offside. That could be a costly single. No, that's a good running, a good fielding as well. 2.3 ओवर के बाद 16 रन, 1 विकेट के नुकसान पे सुरेश सुकुमारन 12 रन पे खेल रहे हैं 6 गेंदों का सामना करते हुए, और सैयद फहद 4 रन 8 गेंदों का सामना करते हुए. और इसी के चलते मिड विकेट, डीप मिड विकेट फील्डर ने फील्डिंग करते हुए जस्ट 1 रन. लेग साइड पे वाइड का सिग्नल अंपायर के द्वारा, तो एक अतिरिक्त रन वाइड के द्वारा। 2.4 ओवर के बाद 18, एक विकेट के नुकसान पे। बिग स्विंग ऑफ साइड पे, fielder coming underneath it and takes the catch comfortably. That's the second wicket bite the dust on the name of Syed Fahad. 4 रन 9 गेंदों का सामना करते हुए अपनी पेविलियन की तरफ जाते हुए 2.5 ओवर में 18 रन 2 विकेट के नुकसान पे। न्यू बैट्समैन नितिन यलमंटे अपनी 7वीं मैच खेलते हुए और 62 रन। फुल टॉस डिलीवरी मिड विकेट, मिड ऑन के तरफ फील्डर ने बॉल को स्टंप की तरफ फेंका। देयर वाज अ चांस ऑफ अ रन आउट, मिस्ड बाय अ whisker here. That's an end of over number 3. 19 for the loss of 2 wickets. Libin Raj comes back into attack. In his first over, has given away just 7 runs. That's a good delivery. Played up the fielder coming underneath it. Is it a catch? Yes, that's the wicket number 3 for Sky Walkers. Nitin Yelmante, who had just arrived, scored just a single, and that's his wicket. Libin Raj takes the first wicket of his spell. 19 for 3 in 3.1 over. The point in gully and taken a single. There was a slight misunderstanding running between the wicket. Yes, no, and at the end, 1 run was taken. A good line delivery there. Try to play towards the cover region. The fielder coming underneath it quickly, and no run there. That's a good piece of fielding, good piece of bowling. It would be interesting to see how Suvish would go from now on, where 3 wickets have been fallen. A slower delivery, deceiving in the air. The batsman coming out of the crease to hit it, missed it completely, goes straight to the keeper. No run here. That's a great thinking from the bowler. He knows he has to do some variation, and variation plays a key role in a 20-20 over match. A good length delivery here, played towards the long off area. By the time the fielder picks it up, they take a single. Easy single here. The Inyal plays it towards the gully region. The fielder there does it nicely, cutting the ball, and there's no run. That's the end of over number 4. The team score stands at 21 for 3. Required run rate creeping up to 12.63. New bowler Mubashir Mukaddam comes into attack. That's a wide given by the umpire. Wide plus 1 run missed by the keeper as well. So 2 extra runs added to the total. A low full toss. Is that a wide? Yes, that's a wide given by the umpire. That's a second back-to-back wide by Mubashir Mukaddam. He hasn't bowled a legal delivery yet he has given 3 runs so far. Once again, a fuller length delivery. The batsman plays it back to the bowler. No run there. The first legal delivery of Mubashir Mukaddam. Once again, a fuller length delivery. Plays it up onto the long off fielder, but the fielder doesn't make any mistake. That's the wicket number 4. And Mubashir Mukaddam in his second delivery takes the wicket. That's a bit of bother for KSB Sky WALKERS. In the 5th over, 4 wickets have fallen so far. Suvesh Sukumaran is the only man standing. New batsman Sayuj coming in to bat. 99 in 94 legal deliveries. First delivery faced by Sayuj. Onto the pad, played it towards the leg side. The bowler going behind the ball, picks it up. 1 run. Sayuj open his account. 1 run of his 3 deliveries faced. A good comeback by Mubashir Mukaddam after the first three deliveries for wide. A full length delivery, tries to play on the onside, takes an outside edge, goes towards the gully region. The fielder picks it up, throws it back. A good over comes to an end. 1 over, 4 runs, 1 wicket by Mubashir Mukaddam. End of 5 overs, 25 for 4, going at a run rate of 5, and the required run rate have gone up to 13.2. Livin Raj bowling his third over in the power play. Last delivery played towards the point region for a single by Sayoj. A full length delivery, wanted to play onto the leg side. That's a big appeal by the bowler. Denied by the umpire here for a leg before. So no run added to the total. The batsman survives, looked close, and the bowler was very excited. Once again, a full end delivery. The batsman just nudges it towards the bowler. No more run here. So, a good bowling display by Libin Raj so far in 2.4 overs, giving away just 10 runs and bagging a wicket. A crucial wicket, I would say. A shot of a good length delivery. Pulled it handsomely for a boundary here by Suvish Sukumaran. That's the second boundary coming up from the bat of Suvish. A rare wayward delivery by Libin Raj was a little shorter, having giving ample time for the batsman to free his arm. Team Skywalkers require more such boundaries every over. Once again, played towards the long on region. By the time the fielder picks it up, throws it back, 1 run has been added. The 6 overs have been completed, 31 for the loss of 4 wickets. So after the end of power play, 31 on board, they require 192 of 84 deliveries. Mubashir Mukaddam comes into attack. That's a good little delivery. Played it up on the high. The long on fielder coming underneath it. And that's a wicket here. What is going on? wicket. Mubashir Mukaddam bagging his second wicket in his second over. Tanzil Hassan comes into bat. Mubashir Mukaddam ready for his fourth delivery. A good length delivery here played towards the long on region. There's a misfield by the time the ball comes back to the bowler. There's 2 runs taken. So 2 more runs added on the score. A good length delivery, wanted to play it on the offside, misses it completely, goes straight to the keeper. No run here. So Mubashir Mukaddam, 1.5 overs, 7 runs, 2 wickets. The last delivery ready on his run up. Crosses the umpire. A good length delivery here, tries to play again, but misses it straight to the keeper. So that's the end of the over number 7. 34 on board with 5 wickets. Half of the team in dugout. The new bowler, Malaysia Pereira, right arm off break bowler. A shot of a good length onto the leg, up the fielder, bowler coming underneath it with a juggle, takes a catch here. The lone warrior Sui Sukumaran has to depart. That's the first wicket for Pereira. The first delivery that he bowled has bagged the wicket of Sui Sukumaran. 6 wickets have been fallen so far in the eighth over. That's a great bowling. That's an amazing bowling display so far by the bowling team. The new batsman Shubham Kumbar. Once again, a shorter line delivery played towards the offside. There's yes, no, yeah. And eventually they make a run here. There was a chance of a run out if the fielder would have picked the ball cleanly. That's a good ball by Malaysia Pereira. A fuller line delivery. The batsman leaves the ball straight to the keeper's hand. A good line delivery there. Left it alone. A dot delivery once again. No run here. Trying to play it up and high. That's a misfield by the fielder at the deep mid wicket, and that ball goes for a boundary. A rare boundary coming up after a long time. Waits, and want to play on to the offside. Misses it completely. So, end of over number 8. After the end of this over, Malaysia Pereira giving away just 5 runs and taking 1 wicket. 8 overs, 39 for 6. Four bowlers have been used so far, and all the 4 bowlers have bagged wickets here. Left arm onto the mid wicket region. The fielder picks it up and throws it back. Just a single. The new bowler, Roshan Jaimani. Left arm coming around the wicket. A shot of a good line delivery. The batsman leaves the ball alone. Goes straight to the keeper's hand. No run there. A full line delivery onto the pads, and that's a wicket number 7. The umpire doesn't hesitate to lift his finger up. It was plumb, and wicket number 7 bites the dust here. Every bowler coming to ball has taken a wicket. 5 bowlers have been used so far. All the 5 bowlers have a wicket in his kitty. Prasad Nimade comes into bat. The first delivery left it alone to the keeper. No run there. A full toss delivery has to wait. Is it about the waist height? Yes, that's a no ball and a free hit here. No ball and a boundary. We have to wait and watch. Will Prasad Nimade capitalize on the free hit here? A shot of a good line delivery. Wanted to play it onto the mid wicket. Takes an inside edge. Stays close to the bowler. Bowler runs behind the ball. Picks the ball, but the batsman takes a quick single here. 8.5 overs, 46 for 7. Plays it straight to the bowler. And no run here. So Roshan ends his over with 7 runs and 1 wicket. New bowler Siddesh Patil. Bowling around the wicket. The first delivery, a wayward delivery on the offside. A wide given by the umpire. 1 extra run. The required run rate have gone up to 16. Skywalkers under pressure. They just have 3 wickets remaining. Played it towards the cow corner. The fielder from mid wicket region coming under and throws a direct hit towards the stump. And they take the second run here. So 2 runs added onto the board. That's a wide signal here. So 1 more extra run added to the total. That's a wicket here. That's a wicket number 8. Played and a miss here. That's a good piece of bowling. Wicket number 8 bite the dust for Skywalkers. Siddesh Patil coming into party again. A new bowler once again taking a wicket in this first over. The new batsman Abdullah Siddesh Patil ready to ball his fifth delivery of the over. Around the wicket, full toss, played on a miss here, goes straight to the keeper. There's no run. Onto the pad here, swing and a miss. That's a wide given by the umpire. One more run added to the score. Down the leg side here, and the wide given by the umpire. A little wavered. Abdullah on strike, facing his third legal delivery. Tried to play on to the square leg area. The fielder coming underneath it picks it up and throws it back to the keeper. So end of 10 overs, 54 for the loss of 8 wickets. A rare over so far. That's the first time a new bowler, Sheldon Alvarez, come into attack. He goes wicketless. But so far, each new bowler had got a wicket in this first over. So we have to see how it goes from here. 2 wickets and required is 165. Slower in the air, played towards the long off area. The fielder picks it up, throws it back to the keeper. 1 run added to the score. Umar Saeed. A good ball there. That's a dot delivery. Anything on the offside, the batsman is not trying to play. Slower in the air, played it uppishly towards the mid wicket region, falling it in no man's land. 1 run added to the total. A loopy delivery, wanted to play on the on, missed it completely, goes straight to the keeper's hand. So no run here. Both the batsmen taking the time. Once again, a high loopy delivery. The batsman takes a single. With this single, the score moves on to 61. That's a dot delivery to end. So Omar Saeed ends his first over with 3 runs. That's a wicket number 9 in the form of Prasad Nemede. Sheldon Alvarez had gone wicketless in his first over, comes back. In the second over, first delivery, gets a wicket here. Beg your pardon, it's Abdullah who got out. Prasad Nemede is still on the crease. 61 for 9. It's the last wicket now. It would be a big margin win for the bowling team. The batting team still requires 162 in 47 deliveries. Getting some attacking field here. Oh, that's a catch dropped by the bowler. It would have been the curtains for Team Sky Walkers, but get a chance here. Wanted to play it up, but straight to the bowler, drops a lolly. Plays it on towards the mid-wicket region. 1 run added here. Prabhakar Vishwanath is the batsman. A good delivery. Once again played onto the onside. By the time the fielder picks it up, the batsman takes a single. The ball in the hands of the bowler here, Sheldon Alvarez. Straight in the hands of the fielder. Shot mid wicket. No run here. The last delivery of his over. Plays it up towards the mid wicket region. The fielder coming underneath it, but the ball wins the race here. Goes for a boundary. Sheldon Alvarez, 2 overs, 10 run, 1 wicket. Roshan comes into attack. First delivery onto his pads. No run here. Up! And no, that is the one bounce. I thought that's a wicket here. Down the leg side, a waiver delivery coming up. One extra run. Good take by the keeper. The score 67. Played it back to the bowler. No run here. Plays it towards the long off area. Fielder coming underneath the ball, picks it up and throws it back to the bowler. One more run added to the score. A full toss delivery. That's a boundary. Takes an edge, goes down the fine leg area for a boundary here. The score moves on to 74 for 9 in 14 overs. That's a wide given by the umpire on the offside. Pereira into attack. Onto his pads. Just played to the short mid wicket fielder. No run. Tries to play straight to the fielder once again. No run there. There's an attacking field here. Wants to take the wicket as early as possible. Plays it towards the long on region. The fielder picks it up, throws it back. Just a single here. Straight to the keeper. That is a chance of a stumping here. Goes for a third umpire. We have to wait and watch. That's a wicket here. So that's the end of the inning. 76 all out in 14.4 overs.